Field of Dreams, 1989. An exceptional movie, just generally very strong, very peculiar. It's almost avant-garde. The story is very, very weird and singular. Can you point out another movie that's similar to it? Maybe, but just the feel and tone of it though makes it so extraordinary, because there might be other ghost stories, but ghost stories with baseball in the subject is, I'm sure, very unusual. It just, it, it's the fact that it's not trying to be weird. If anything, the movie's trying not to be weird. It is family entertainment. It is designed for a mass audience. It is not some obscure art movie or a strange horror movie or anything like that. This is, I'm assuming, PG certificate or whatever the American equivalent of that is, for an audience of 5-year-olds, 10-year-olds, 15-year-olds, and every age group. It's a mass audience experience, and it's not trying to be weird. This is not David Lynch. This is mass entertainment, and the story is just genuinely very odd. And the fact that it's not trying to be odd just makes it all the odder. The tone is one of a kind, and the movie strangely packs a strong emotional punch. And it's not contrived, it's not struggling to have this emotional impact, it's just there. It's not Steven Spielberg manipulating you with music and slowly moving the camera in on people's faces and all that type of stuff. You could accuse Field of Dreams of being sentimental, and it is, but it's not the bad type of sentimental. Or at least when I think of sentimental, what sentimental means to me is unearned emotion. In other words, Steven Spielberg manipulating you with music and camera angles and lighting and having likeable characters and actors like Tom Hanks. This movie, Field of Dreams, the emotion is earned in at least as much as it's not forcing itself on you. Maybe some of the music's a little bit manipulative, and I did catch it a few times when the music was swelling, but it was still very restrained. I would definitely not accuse the music of manipulating you in an overt way, not really. I did not think the music was being abused in that way, even if it did swell a wee bit from time to time. It's earned emotion, and it's just a really peculiar story told in a very mainstream way, and it is a funny movie. It is an interesting story. I have zero interest in baseball, and I am British, so all the Americana elements of baseball and what it means is lost on me, and yet you can feel the passion for the subject matter that the characters have. If the characters care, then I can care to some extent, and it's just a really well put together movie, just totally unique. It's hard to imagine that it was made back in 1989. Nowadays it's impossible to imagine a studio would spend a large amount of money making something this singular. It really is a one-of-a-kind movie, and it has an emotional resonance and impact to it that doesn't feel contrived. It's a very, very strong film and very amusing, and I would give it 10 out of 10.